Very interesting to think about an art festival that takes the idea of community, things in common. We thought of the community of readership, which is a kind of silent community. I've always thought of when you go to a library and you borrow a book and you've seen the stamps of the other people who borrowed the books. There's a kind of community of readership. It's a fellowship of readership. Here I'm going to read for you this little text which is in this work, which takes the image and puts it in your hands and asks you to do certain things. The Robin Hood of wisdom. Go to your nearest public library. What does knowledge taste like? The unsalted white of an egg. It asks for the garnish of betrayal. Prepare yourself. Before setting off, select a passage from a book that is dear to you. Write or print it with elegance, flair, and affection on a quality piece of paper. The question remains how to share the fullness of hunger, that foreboding, that foresight. Select a book at random from the library's shelves. Make sure that it is about something completely unrelated to the contents of the passage you have selected. Insert the paper bearing your selected passage between the pages of this book. Replace the book in its place on the shelf carefully. Repeat the procedure as often as possible. Infect knowledge with wisdom. In fact, what I'm asking you to do is the opposite of stealing books from a library. It is to actually contribute to the library, but contribute a kind of strange miscegenation of knowledge. It's to contribute the hybridization of, let's say, a detective novel and philosophy. The cross-fertilization of recipe books with books and religion. The insertion of pornographic tracts into manuals for mechanics. And all sorts of other kinds of cross-fertilization that lead to surprises so that the next borrower who comes along, when they take a library and they open it at random and suddenly they find a little index card, maybe with your annotation or with your insertion. It's somewhat like the experience of going to a second-hand bookshop and buying a book that somebody else has written notes in or underlined very heavily. And I find that your experience of reading gets very influenced by this ghost reader who's come before you. And it's to do basically that. It's to create those conditions of uncertainty and create a kind of odd dance between different kinds of knowledge and non-knowledge in the library.